The Saatva mattress from Saatva.com. Now we're very excited to have this mattress here today because it's one of the most popular brands online and it's built like a tank. As you can see, it's very, very thick. And the design of this mattress is a coil on coil. So what coil on coil means is that the mattress uses a wrapped pocketed coil on the top, and then it has a traditional innerspring unit on the bottom for very good deep support. So it kind of gives you the best of both worlds, a traditional innerspring and a hybrid on the top. So what it's gonna do is provide great body conformance, but that traditional innerspring underneath is gonna provide very good deep support and longevity. Hey everyone, today we're here to finish up our review of the Saatva mattress. We've just finished up our sleep trial, so we've got a lot of good information to share with you today. First of all, we're going to get started on the construction of the mattress. And then we're going to talk a little bit about how it performed for us. We'll do some tests for you guys, and then we'll finally talk about who we think should give this mattress a try. Alright, we'll go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so first up we're going to talk about the construction of the mattress. So this is what's called a coil on coil construction. So it uses a pocketed coil unit over a traditional coil unit. Coming up in just a couple seconds, we'll show you a sample of what that looks like. But before we do that, we'll talk about the foams and the cover. So this starts off with an organic cotton cover. It's a very breathable and soft fabric on the top. And it's got nice, super soft quilting foams quilted right into the cover. So it provides a nice traditional mattress feel and a very luxurious feel. Personally, I like a quilt on a mattress. I feel that it gives it more of a substantial traditional feel than just a thin zip-on cover that you'll find on a lot of bed-in-a-box options. So underneath the quilting foams, you're going to have a few layers of comfort foams before you hit that pocketed coil unit, followed up by the traditional coil unit underneath. So the next feature we'll talk about with the construction is a 1-inch memory foam lumbar layer that's underneath the quilt on the center third of the mattress. So what that does is provides extra support for your lower back, and then also what I like about having that lumbar in there is a lot of times the mattresses as they break in are going to sag more where most of your weight is. So that's going to provide a little extra support here in the center third of the mattress as well. And then the entire mattress is wrapped with a foam encased edge support. That's going to provide very good support on the edges. So in a queen size, that pocketed coil layer has 884 individually wrapped coils. Those coils are going to flex independently, which is going to provide less motion transfer and less pushback up if you're laying on your sides and your hips. You're not going to have as much force pushing back up on those areas as you would if you were just laying on top of a traditional coil system. This isn't the exact inside of what's in the Saatva, but this is a sample of a coil on coil that I carry on my show floor. Just to give you guys a better look at how these are constructed, you've got the traditional coil system on the bottom of the mattress like this, and then the wrapped pocketed coils on the top. And on the Saatva you would have the Euro top right here with all the comfort foams and the quilt, the wrapped pocketed coils, and then you have the traditional coil system underneath, and all that's going to be wrapped with a foam encased edge support as well. So what's great about the coil on coil design is it kind of gives you the best of both worlds. It gives you that hybrid feel on the very top with the great performance of the pocketed coils that flex independently. You'll have less pressure pushback up on your body, and you'll still have good motion reduction when you compare that to a traditional coil system. And then on the bottom you have the durability of a traditional coil system. So it really is kind of a combination of a hybrid and a traditional innerspring mattress. So now we'll take a look at the other available comfort levels that Saatva offers. So the soft option, the plush soft, comes in at about a 3. The luxury firm that we did our review on comes in at about a 5 to 6.5, depending upon your weight. And the Saatva firm comes in at about a 8. So whatever your comfort level preference, they should have an option that will work great for you. So up next, I'm going to simply lay down on the mattress in all 3 sleeping positions and just kind of explain to you guys what I'm feeling. So I'm going to lay on it normally, like I normally would, so I can feel the lumbar support in the center third. So as soon as you lay down, you immediately are conformed into the mattress. It doesn't take a long time to sink in or anything. It's got, you know, a nice traditional mattress feel kind of combined with a hybrid feel, having that pocketed coil system. But you can certainly feel the really good lumbar support that lumbar memory foam is providing for my lower back. And it's a nice medium feel. So it's a nice medium feel. This is the medium option that's available on their website. There's 3 different firmness levels that are available. It also performs well for stomach sleeping. I think it actually helps having that lumbar in there because it keeps your stomach elevated just a touch more than it normally would, which helps with not getting lower back arch. And that's typically when you get lower back pain, is when your back is arching too much. So that lumbar actually helps with that as well. If I roll over to my side, it conforms nicely to your shoulders and your hips without having a lot of pressure pushing back up. It's got a good amount of comfort on the top, the nice super soft foams in the quilt. And then the pocketed coils have a lot of give when you compare that to a traditional coil system. So you'll have better pressure relief for side sleeping than you would on a traditional coil unit. So the overall firmness, I would say this is about a 6 out of 10, with 10 being the firmest. So this is a nice true medium feel, and it performs well in all 3 sleeping positions. So up next, we are going to pressure map this mattress. I've got a pressure mapping device here. I'll lay down on it in all 3 sleeping positions. I will screenshot my results, and then we're going to explain to you guys what these results mean and compare them to a kind of a traditional innerspring mattress. So I'll go ahead and get started on that, and then afterwards we'll talk about the results.
Alright guys, so after pressure mapping the Saatva luxury firm, I can conclude that it has above average pressure relief, especially when you compare that to a traditional innerspring with a regular coil system versus the pocketed coil system that the Saatva uses. As you can see on my stomach, there's a lot less red poking through when you compare that to the regular innerspring with a similar feel. And then on my back, you have a lot less red showing through on the tailbone area and back area. And then when I'm on my side, there's less red showing up on my side of my hip and my rib area. So what we can conclude from this is that the pocketed coils and the Euro top on the Saatva luxury firm provide above average pressure relief.
Alright guys, so up next we're going to take a look at the motion reduction, the foam response, and the foam bounce. So first of all, I've got my bottle there. We're going to grab the weight, I'm just going to drop it, and we'll give you a sense, and this will give you a sense of the motion transfer. And then I'll actually get on the mattress too. So as you can see, there's not a lot of motion transfer or movement on that bottle. And this also gives you a good sense of the bounce. As you can see, that weight bounces up quite a bit, which is going to offer you less of a stuck feeling, and it's going to be very easy to adjust positions on this mattress when you compare it to like what a memory foam mattress would perform like. So I'll get on there and kind of roll and adjust positions too. So as you can see, there's not a lot of motion transfer. Part of that is just the base itself that I have this sitting on. The whole thing is rocking a little bit. So if you or your partner move around a lot, you're not going to have as much of a So if you or your partner move around a lot, you're not going to feel that motion transfer nearly as much as you would if the traditional coil system was on the top rather than that pocketed coil system. So now I'm going to simply just push on the foam just to give you guys a sense of how fast the foam reaction time is. So as you can see, it's almost instantaneous with the coil system in there popping right up immediately and that foam popping right up. So what I'll do next is just push on the foam just to give you a sense of how fast the reaction time is. So as you can see, it pops up almost immediately. The coil system pops up right away and the foam's not far behind. Yo, yo. So up next, I'm going to just talk briefly about temperature regulation. So this is more of a traditional mattress build without a ton of memory foam on the top or anything. They've got the lumbar support area that uses memory foam, but it's an inch thick, so you don't have to worry a lot about temperature being trapped in that when it's only an inch. Some additional features on the mattress that help with temperature regulation is the fact that it uses two different types of coil systems versus foam cores. So where you have the pocketed coil and the traditional coil unit, you're going to have very good airflow if you compare that to a foam core, where that foam is going to be able to trap heat a lot more, where there's a lot more room for air to flow between the coils on either one of those coil systems. So overall, we didn't have any issues being overheated on the mattress, and I don't think you will either. You don't have a ton of sinkage either, so you have more of your body exposed to the air. On the softer option, you're going to have a little bit more sinkage, which could create a little bit more heat retention, but I don't think there's a whole lot to worry about here, especially if you compare that to like a memory foam mattress where you have 4 or 5 inches of memory foam. You're not going to have nearly as much heat retention as something like that. We're going to switch gears a little bit here and talk about the edge support. So as you can see, as I'm sitting right on the edge, the Eurotop sinks in a little bit, but the foam encasement is very, very dense on this mattress, so you're going to have excellent edge support in the seated or the laying down position. I like to test the laying down position a little bit more. So I will go ahead and lay down, and I'll do two different things here. I'll sit right on the edge with part of my body hanging over. I'm going to have a little bit of that roll out of the bed feeling, but I'll be a little more realistic. I'll move in to where you would actually sleep if there were two of you in the mattress. Pretty close to the edge, but not leaning, hanging over the edge. So in this position, I'm not getting that ejected feeling at all. So like I said, you can see how dense this foam core really is. It's got a very, very good edge support system in there. So you're not going to have to worry about that. If you're on a full size or a queen size with 2 people and you're sleeping closer to the size of the mattress, you won't have to worry about getting that roll out of the bed feeling.
Alright guys, so if you're considering this mattress, you'll want to know a few of these details. The twins come in at $5.99, twin extra long $6.99, fulls $8.49, queens for $9.99, kings and California kings $13.99. They also offer this mattress in an 11.5 or the 14.5 inch thickness. We reviewed the 14.5 inch thick. If you are considering buying their adjustable base, you'd want to consider getting the 11.5 inch mattress that's going to bend a little bit easier than the thicker option. Trial period and warranty, they have a 120-day trial period, 15-year non-prorated, and it uses white glove shipping and delivery. In our experience, they had very, very good communication between us and Saatva, as well as the shipping company that locally brought it to us, and they'll bring it right in and set it up.
So now you know this mattress is offered in an 11.5 and a 14.5 inch thickness. I wanted to just demonstrate to you guys that a regular deep pocket sheet is still going to fit on this mattress. A lot of times in my stores, when people start looking at the thicker mattresses, they get really worried about what sheets are going to fit and if the sheets are actually going to fit. This is just a standard sheet set I sell for 29 bucks in my store. It is a deep pocket sheet, so if you buy the 14.5 inch thick mattress, just make sure you read the packaging. Almost any sheets you buy today are gonna be deep pocket, or they'll say fits up to however many inches, so just make sure it's more than 14.5 inches thick, or that it says deep pocket sheets. But as you can see, this fits on here nice and snug. You're not gonna have issues with it popping up or anything as long as you have that deep pocket sheet. Alright guys, so in summary, this is really quite an impressive mattress when you consider everything that's inside of this. 2 different coil systems, a lot of comfort foams, the memory foam lumbar, the organic cotton cover, And the queens are still only $9.99. You got a little bit of a shipping fee for $99 on there, but it also comes white glove delivered, so you don't have to worry about setup or anything either. And when you compare all of that to the fact that there's a lot of 10-inch mattresses on the market that are close to the same price, this mattress is extremely impressive in that regard. I believe the mattress is going to work for all body weights. And this model works for all sleeping positions. If you are more of a stomach only sleeper, I would consider the firmer option. If you're more of a side sleeper only, I would consider the softer option. But for those of you that sleep in all three positions, this is going to be the option that you're probably going to want to try, the medium luxury firm option. So to like the mattress, you'll also need to be somebody that likes more of a traditional feel, or a traditional feel paired with kind of a hybrid feel, being that it has the pocketed coils on top of the traditional coil. But the Euro top and the quilt give it a very traditional feel. So if you're somebody that is looking for more of the all foam feel, then you might want to look somewhere else. But the overall build quality of this mattress and how much mattress is actually here for the price make it a very impressive mattress, and definitely an option you should consider if this is the type of mattress that you're looking for. I think it will be a great option to try out. And just coming from a store owner, this is actually something that is priced very, very fairly. I would sell this for the same price in my stores. So it really is a lot of mattress for the price, and I think it's